DAB was working in the past. DAB just came off its worst electoral performance ever in 1999. I had plenty of views. Unfortunately, my view then was DAB must pull out from Barisan Alternative. Okay. So I had my views. I told kids my views. I said, like, boy, listen, and I know, you know. And he said to me one thing at the end. Sure. No, I don't know whether he meant sure, I believe you, or sure, please stop. Why don't you join and share your views from within? And convince people from within. Okay, one day, you know, after I sort out my business. But I think it was more than that. I think that looking back, that particular phrase of come into the party and share your views from within, it is more than just, oh, okay, please join the party and tell us more later. No, it is more than that. I think it means a lot more, okay, when you come into a party, you look at what's happening within, and then moving your agenda, pushing your issues, your principles. The party is not a one-man show. It is an organism of tens of thousands of members. Now, the party will be a reflection. Each political party will be a reflection of that body of politics. Okay? And this body of politics is not constant. While opinions are shaped in one way, it is not constant. People can come in, people can motivate people can lead, talk, and shift opinion. And if we really want to move things a certain way, sometimes we have to do the dirty work. It's quite easy for me to be outside them telling them you must pull out from Barisan Alternative. But we didn't understand the issues, the nitty, the subtle issues involved in political negotiations between respective parties. And just as much as I was supporting the view to pull out from Barisan Alternative, there were others who were die hard. We must support Barisan Alternative at all costs. How do you balance those views? Political leaders try on balancing these views. No? Just like some people here, or maybe not here everyone supports teaching of maths and science and English. But some in Kampong will say, no, because we cannot. So how do you balance those views? So it's important for people to actually come in to see that, to see the policies, the changes, to make the difference. Some just say, why don't you just select good candidates so that you don't get problems of people jumping ship after being won? First, 2 points to that. One, we don't have enough candidates. Who wants to join opposition parties? Not that many, especially before March 2008. Only a few factors for me to join us. Sell company and join us. All like Ibrahim. No? So, sometimes we don't have a choice. Okay? Of course, there's a practical application about selecting candidates. This candidate has been standing with you for the past how many elections? How do you know after he wins this time now, they jump ship? You know, so these are very difficult things. And if you think that we need better candidates, then please encourage those better candidates among you to join us, whether PKR, BAP. Otherwise, how to become candidates? Cannot. So we must first improve our quality pool. So obviously the party leaders have a role, just as I'm doing now, to encourage more people to join. But it is also dependent on the people on the ground to join so that we have better candidates. You know? And then there are other issues. Okay, what other issues? Sorry, lost my train of thought. There are other issues that are a little bit more subtle. Some have suggested, many have suggested, my blog gets overwhelmed with people say, you must have a shadow cabinet. You must have a shadow cabinet. Otherwise, you are not a real alternative front. Okay, in just 2 minutes. I say, so if we set up a shadow cabinet, does it solve our problems? Really, think about it. Does it solve our problems? Not really. Why? Because our shadow cabinets are just people with one person. In UK, in Australia, when you set up a shadow cabinet, it's fully supported by the government machinery. That means you have funds to allow to have once you become shadow cabinet minister, say I become a shadow cabinet minister for higher education, everything I write myself, no? Someone becomes a shadow cabinet minister for agriculture, what do I know about agriculture? I write myself, no? We are no worse off than the ministers on the other side. But the ministers on the other side have got the entire civil service backing them up in terms of policies and procedures. So does it mean that once we have a shadow cabinet, we become better government? No. Frankly speaking, that's not going to happen. So there are some practical reasons why we set up committees instead, because the committee people can work together, share ideas, and hopefully pool some resources together to make better policies. It's not a fact. Okay, it's something we make do based on the current system. So I think to cut matters short so that you have more time for questions later, I believe that Pakatan is definitely sustainable. It is made from a lot of certain stuff that people would like to think to do. Every time it faces a crisis, because I'm a publicity chief, the reporters call me, how are Pakatan going to break up? I say, please, I always have to reply in the coolest, most disinterested tone I can give. No, it's just one of these problems that we have, and then you get resolved and people all forget about it. And I've repeated that actually quite a few times. And as we grow, it's actually good that we have differences in opinions. Because we are not like Barisan, where one party rules all. No difference in opinion, no? You want that type of party, you want that type of solution where one opinion, everything must follow. You don't want that. You want diversity so that the best result comes out. You want the people's voices heard. We have representatives who represent certain grassroots. They have representatives who represent certain types of grassroots. And so does UKR. And you want the best policy that caters to all these different interest groups, different needs to come out. And if we don't have that level of discussion, disagreement, you will never come back. So I actually believe that there's that level of difference, that level of quarrel, okay, that doesn't rock the boat, is actually beneficial towards the maturity of Pakatan as a pollution, so that we can actually rule Malaysia better, so that we actually learn what is power sharing and not what is power of one dominating over all the other parties. So with that, I thank you very much. Look forward to